the left as men, right? I am a outwardly, I don't know, maybe visibly leftist man, but I think that the left, more broadly, we need to hold our own men accountable, and we need to hold our men to a very high standard. And this video is about mainly about how we need to hold men on the left accountable. For example, everybody knows about Graham Plattner, and the consensus has been that he is most likely a abuser, right? That is the consensus. The evidence is overwhelming in that case that he is a abuser, and he claims he didn't do it and that he's innocent, and I hope he is. I hope he is innocent. I hope that it wasn't true, but the evidence is at this point insurmountable, and the conclusion of myself and many others is that Graham Plattner is an abuser. This video is not about Graham Plattner. This video is about maybe one of your favorite bands, certainly one of my favorite bands, Kneecap, okay? Kneecap, Irish leftist hip-hop trio from Belfast, Ireland, north of Ireland. They have had some, and it's still kind of on the down low, but they've had some allegations against them brewing that are not good. And just a trigger warning, this video does discuss a lot of heavy subject matter, so you've been warned. But today, without going into gratuitous and needless detail, which people and different creators have already went into, I'm going to talk about more broadly about how, if these allegations are true, what I think should happen, and more so about the broader left and how we need to hold our politicians, but also our musicians and artists accountable for anything they may have done. So I'm not going to go in here and talk about gratuitous detail about um more so the supposed evidence, right? Or about what acts actually took place. But all you need to know is that Kneecap, the band, who are pro-Palestine, who are pro-worker, who are openly socialist, who have collabed with Greta Thunberg and Hassan and Code Pink and Macklemore and tons of other figures on the broader left, and Jeremy Corbyn, as well as Gary Adams from Sinn Féin, are, and apparently, and like I said, I'm not going to talk about the allegations. There's other people who went into the allegations in more depth and more detail than me, but from my experience of researching these allegations, what they boil down to is that basically throughout Kneecap's run since 2018, when their first track Kiara came out, is that they have had a supposed and alleged history of abuse and sexual misconduct, and they've been accused by not first-hand sources, but by second and third-hand sources. So nobody has come out publicly and said that I was sexually abused by X member of Kneecap. Nobody has done that up until this point. People are saying on the internet, and mind you, these are all internet rumors, or a friend told me that this happened to them, or a friend of a friend of a friend type of thing, have been saying that Kneecap has been sending them letters of defamation to silence victims, right? And the thing is, if the allegations are true, right, then yes, that is an admission of guilt, but also, on the other hand, right, if they are being defamed, they should not let that happen. They should not be fucking, defamed. You shit's wrong. You can't defame people without evidence. But also, my position on the allegations, from what I've understood, because they're second, third, and fourth hand, I am not going to. I'm going to understand that they're out there, that these guys do have those allegations from anonymous sources against them, right? And since there has not been any validity or merit or criminal charges, I think that the band should come out and that they should address these allegations, right? And this is more so not about Kneecap this video, but more so broader or broadly about how the left, as with Graham Plattner and now as with Kneecap, must hold men accountable. We cannot let men on our side of the aisle, right, do abuses to women or minorities or different people. You cannot be a sexual abuser and be a leftist, right? And other people have been calling it, and I think that eventually they will have to address these allegations eventually. But that I just think that we must be better than the right wing, and we must hold our own accountable. And I think eventually they will address them, and I hope that, of course, they're not true. Um, but I have seen multiple different posts by multiple, I'd say decently small accounts. It's not a massive story at this point. Basically, just saying that, okay, I have anonymous sources that said they were raped or they were mistreated by X member of the band. Um, and the reason I'm making this video is because I just wanted to shed some light on this, and more so just how it's been a broader problem with the left and really all facets of society going back in the day with the Black Panthers, even how there was sexism and abuse, even in those days, right? There is misogyny, rape, and sexism in every facet of life, and sadly, the left. And so I just wanted to hop on here real quick and say that the left should not and cannot tolerate abusers or um, people that harm women or young girls or anything like that, no matter if they're our favorite politician or our favorite band or whoever. Sexual abuse and misconduct cannot and should not be tolerated in any facet. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about that. But yeah, we don't fuck with sexual abusers, bro. Fuck sexual abusers. Kneecap needs to address the allegations. So thank you for your attention to this matter.